I remember Sureshri's husband, Brishakapi, there was a period, they were living in Los Angeles, and then there was this movement, everybody go to the mountains, or, what do you call it, a rural scene, lots of trees, for all of that. Like, leave the cities and go for that, and have the simple life. And they did that for some time. But then he joined us in San Jose at one point, and I said, how is your situation? He said, I'm returning to the city for the simple life. Because he was saying there, he had to have, what do you call it, an all-terrain vehicle to go in the forest, and then a power saw to chop down trees and wood. And he said the simplest thing became very complicated for him. So the opposite happened. He moved into the remote area, and his life became more complicated. He said, I'm moving back to the city for the simple life. And, the point was well taken. But as a general principle, we could say, well, this is consistent with Rupa Goswami's advice in Upadeshamritam, Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha jana sangas chalolyam cha shadbhir bhakti vinashati. He's saying the things that are run counter to the culture of devotion, that may spoil or ruin one's devotional attempt. And the first is listed as atyahara, and it can mean overeating, eating excessively, unnecessarily, but it also extends to including overaccumulation, to accumulate too many things. And again, possessing so many things occupies a part of one's consciousness or attention. So it's again drawing one to be outer directed as opposed to engaged in inner culture. So the general Vedic idea was to keep life as simple as possible in terms of the necessities of existence, eating, sleeping, reproduction, defense. Keep that part simple so you can spend the balanced part of your time on spiritual culture, which is the actual purpose of human existence. And I think, when I think of them, I think of Guru Maharaj. Just, asking for a glass of drinking water, having a few pieces of cloth, and incessantly obsessed internally with Krishna conception and expressing that. Had very little dependence upon anything external. I never saw him drink anything other than water. A few times a day he'd ask for kabar jal, ask for a glass of drinking water. They give it to him. And go back to his Hari Katha, his Krishna Katha. He personified this. And he said, that in Guru Maharaj it's more obvious, but in the case of Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, when he was visiting the Mat, Guru Maharaj, after they took prasadam, Guru Maharaj offered him his own bed in his bedroom. This is significant, actually. Guru Maharaj offered his, you'll rest here, and Guru Maharaj would go somewhere else to Gurudeva. And Swami, that was unthinkable to Swami Maharaj. And so he went to Srila Govinda Maharaj's room, which is not the room that everyone knows, it's the one that was upstairs. It cannot be described as a room, hardly. Not even like a large closet. It was just such a small area, but at the time had a little bed, and Srila Govinda Maharaj would stay there, and that way he was very near and close to Guru Maharaj. And that's where Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada lay down. And Govinda Maharaj, he was at first like a little bit like, this is not appropriate for him. He has like castles all over the world, mansions, castles, and he said that Prabhupada Swami Maharaj was so like smiling, and he was so happy, and he said, I feel so comfortable and happy here. And Gurudev said, he was so simple in that way. And I've seen it too, even in the last year, and Bhubaneswar, Indian military tents, Prabhupada like with the metal bucket, Loda or Plaza, squatting in the gumship, bathing, totally happy. Right? There's Goswamis, they say, Nidra hara vihara kaji vidito chatyantu dinachayo Budvadina Ganesh Kopina Kantasrito. That's now. Tyaktva Turnamasheshala Mandalapati Shranim Sadatuja Budvadina Ganesha Korunaya Kopina Kantasrito. They're just wearing the kopin, living under a tree. We told sometimes taking some chickpeas or a little buttermilk, something very ultimately simple. And what are they doing? Internally, Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Lalita Madhava, all writing only. Sanatana Goswami, Brihad Bhagavatamritam, Raghunath Das Goswami, Mukta Charit, Vilapa Kusamanjala. One should not unnecessarily complicate their lives and their existence. Waste of time and energy.